Have you ever looked at a banana and thought, wow, we have so much in common? Probably not, right? But what if I told you that you share about 60% of your DNA with that very banana sitting on your kitchen counter? It sounds completely bonkers, but it's true. Today, we're going on a wild journey to peel back the layers of this incredible fact. What does it really mean to share DNA with a fruit? How is that even possible? And does this mean we're all secretly part banana? Stick around, because the answers are going to blow your mind. First things first, let's get the big question out of the way. How can we, complex, thinking, walking, talking humans, be so genetically similar to a soft, yellow fruit? To understand this, we need to talk about what DNA actually does. Think of DNA as the ultimate instruction manual for building and running a living thing. It contains genes, which are like individual recipes for making proteins. Proteins are the tiny workhorses that do pretty much everything in a cell, from building its structure to carrying oxygen in your blood. Here's the key: many of these fundamental, life-sustaining jobs are the same across a huge range of living organisms, including plants and animals. All living things need to do things like get energy from food, grow, and repair themselves. The genes responsible for these basic cellular functions are called housekeeping genes. They're the essentials, the non-negotiables of life. So, when we say we share 60% of our DNA with a banana, we're mostly talking about these shared housekeeping genes. We both have genes for things like cell division, controlling the cell cycle, and getting rid of waste. It's not that we have genes for growing a peel or turning yellow. It's that the very basic machinery of our cells operates on surprisingly similar principles. Let's break it down even further. Imagine you're building two very different things with a Lego set. One is a spaceship, and the other is a castle. Both the spaceship and the castle will use some of the same basic Lego bricks, the classic 2x4 red brick, for example. You use them to build the foundation of the castle and the body of the spaceship. In this analogy, the Lego bricks are the genes. Humans are the spaceship, and bananas are the castle. We use many of the same fundamental bricks, the same genes, to build our very different structures. The way those bricks are arranged, the other specialized bricks we use, and the final blueprint are what make us a human and a banana a banana. This concept of shared ancestry is called homology. All life on Earth, from the smallest bacterium to the largest blue whale, is believed to have evolved from a single common ancestor that lived billions of years ago. This ancient organism had its own set of genes for basic survival. As life evolved and branched out into the incredible diversity we see today, many of these core genes were passed down and conserved through the generations. They were so good at their jobs, so essential for life, that evolution kept them around. That's why you can find similar genes in humans, bananas, mice, and even yeast. In fact, we share about 92% of our DNA with a mouse and even about 24% with a grape. The banana number just happens to be the one that sounds the most surprising and fun to talk about. So, what about the other 40% of our DNA? That's where things get interesting. This remaining portion of our genetic code is what makes us uniquely human. It contains the instructions for building a complex brain, developing a nervous system, forming bones, skin, and all the other intricate systems that allow us to think, feel, and sprint for the bus. The banana's other 40% of DNA in turn contains the specific instructions for being a banana, things like how to perform photosynthesis, or rather how the plant it grows on does, how to produce that distinct banana smell, and how to ripen from green to yellow. It's the unique combination and expression of these genes that creates the vast difference between us. It's also important to clarify what we mean by 60%. This number comes from comparing the protein coding genes. Our DNA is massive, and only a tiny fraction of it, about 2%, actually codes for proteins. When scientists say we share 60% of our DNA, they're typically referring to the similarity found within this crucial 2%. If you were to compare our entire genome, letter by letter, with the bananas, the percentage of similarity would be much, much lower. But comparing the functional genes, the actual recipes for building life's machinery, gives us a much more meaningful insight into our shared biological heritage. So, does this mean you can start photosynthesizing if you stand in the sun too long? Or that bananas are our long-lost cousins? Not quite. Think of it more like discovering you and a stranger from across the world both use the same brand of smartphone. You have a shared piece of technology, but your lives, experiences, and personalities are completely different. Our shared genes are a testament to the efficiency and elegance of evolution. Life found a set of tools that worked really, really well for basic survival, and it stuck with them. This discovery is more than just a fun trivia fact. It has huge implications for science and medicine. Because these fundamental biological processes are so conserved, scientists can study them in simpler organisms like yeast or fruit flies to understand how they work in humans. This is the foundation of modern biomedical research. By studying a gene in a fly that's related to a human disease gene, we can learn how that disease works and test potential treatments without having to experiment on humans directly. It is a powerful reminder that all life is interconnected in ways we're still just beginning to understand. The humble banana, in its own way, is helping us unlock the secrets of human health. So, the next time you peel a banana for a snack, take a moment to appreciate your tiny, distant, and very quiet relative. You're not 60% banana, but you do share a remarkable 60% of your genetic toolkit with it. It's a beautiful and humbling reminder that we're all part of the same incredible, sprawling family tree of life on Earth. From the simple fruit to the complex human, we are all running on a surprisingly similar operating system. Isn't science just amazing? What other crazy what-if science questions do you have? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to dive into another topic and see what we can discover together. If you enjoyed this journey into our shared DNA, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-bending science adventures. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.